What is up, PokeRuss Army? It is Russ here, PokeRuss here, and we are here for another Monster Hunter video. If you guys are hyped for another Monster Hunter video, make sure to go down and hit that like button down below. And we've got another new Mixed Armor Showcase. Mixed Armor Showcase is a series where we, the PokeRuss Army, create mixed armor sets and showcase them for you guys. Now, who's part of the PokeRuss Army? Anybody who's willing to submit things, you guys that join the streams, join the hunts, all that kind of stuff. You guys are the real pros. You guys are what makes up the PokeRuss Army, and you guys submit all the armor sets. Or I also make some as well. But here we go over their skills, their looks, and their overall usefulness. Now you can submit your own armor sets and have them shown off on the channel, with of course all the credit going to you. You are my army. And this week, we have two mixed armor sets for you guys, focusing on gathering material for, like, your early to mid-part weapon building or set building. It's not for, like, endgame fighting bosses, but it's for those Pukes out there, those Tobidachis. Like, whatever you're making, these sets will help you farm their materials a bit easier. First off, we have what we call the baby piece armor. So this baby piece armor looks pretty cool. It's made from the first baby in the game, Xeno'jiiva, and Legiana pieces. So this armor set has a couple really cool skills. We're gonna go down a list. First, we have the Legiana Helm Beta, the Xeno'jiiva Hide Alpha, Legiana Vambrace Beta, the Xeno'jiiva Spine Beta, and the Xeno'jiiva Spurs Alpha. Now this set was submitted by Njali. You've probably seen him on the channel. He was in yesterday's video going over all the new updates and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into the skills. So with we have the Legiana Helm Beta, which has Divine Blessing 2 plus 1 slot. We have the Xeno'jiiva Helm or Hide Alpha, which gives you Power Prolonger and Blight Resistance and a level 1 slot. We have the Legiana Vambraces Beta, which gives you Airborne and level 3 slot. We have the Xeno'jiiva Spine Beta, which gives you a level 2 slot, a level 1 slot, and Blight Resistance. And we have the Xeno'jiiva Spurs Alpha, which gives you Flinch Free and Power Prolonger with a level 1 slot. Altogether, this gives you a pretty nifty set of skills. We're also rocking the Handicraft Charm. You don't really need the Handicraft Charm. I'm only using it for this weapon. You can use any Insect Glaive with this. I just decided to go with the power set instead of, like, you can choose, like, if you're going after a monster that's weak to Dragon, you can go with Dragon Pumping. And there's a lot of open slots in this armor set, which is super nice. So you can gem in pretty much anything you think you're going to need. If you want to gem in Part Breaker, if you want to gem in Dragon, Bolt, Flame, whatever, just to get that little extra damage boost. This is what's going to help you farm those monsters pretty much either solely or with, like, one partner where the part breaking thresholds aren't as high. So the skills on this, we have Xeno'jiiva's Divinity. It has Razor Sharp, which has the sharpness lost, which is super, super nice. It also has an ability with bow, so you can use this set with bowing as well. It has Legiana's Favor, which gives you a good chance for increased rewards. Super awesome there. So you get extra rewards, which gives you extra pieces, which might help you do one less hunt for that next thing, or it helps you with all those breaks and stuff like that. It's super, super nice. We have Handicraft, because I am using the Tyrantus Glaive, which is Diablo's one, which you see a lot with, because once you're hitting that, you pass, like, the negative crit and all that, it's a really, really powerful raw weapon. So the Handicraft, I have 3 pieces in the Charm and 1 piece in the Gem, and this puts up to level 4, which does give you a teeny bit of white sharpness, which is all you need, because we do have a couple other things. We have Blight Resistance, and negates all elemental blights, which is super, super nice, especially when you're just kind of, like, farming by yourself, and you don't want to really get blighted, because it kind of just holds you back a little bit. We have Power Prolonger, allows Switch S Dual Blades and Insect Glaive, which is the important thing, to stay in their powered up state longer. So once you get your once your Kinsect is leveled up, it stays in that form for longer, which is super, super nifty. And with the new update coming out where you don't lose timer during a mount, this is going to be super, super useful. You have Divine Blessing, which reduces the damage you take by 50%, which is super nice. Again, when you're hunting monsters solo or with a group, and you're just trying to not use that many resources to get these things. I put an attack boost gem because, again, this set has a lot of open gem slots. It comes with Airborne, which powers up your jumping attacks by 10%. Flinch free, so you prevents knockbacks, but you also get the auto flinch free when you have all 3 buffs, which is super nice. I threw Protective Polish on here because once you have that white sharpness, you kind of don't have much of it. So with Protective Polish, you keep that white sharpness longer. And then obviously, since we're using the Tyrantus Glaive, we have non-elemental boost. Now these last couple, again, are the Protective Polish, the non-elemental, and the Handicraft are all optional, obviously. You can use an attack charm, or you can use a part breaker charm or something like that. Anything that you find necessary. This set is actually really, really open and really, really nice. Now on the slot end is actually pretty freaking beautiful. We're gonna go down to set decorations. Now in the Tyrantus Graves, I have the Sharpness Jewel 2, which gives me that Protective Polish. I have the Attack Jewel 1 in the Helm. I have an open slot, a level 1 open slot in the Hide. I have the Handicraft Jewel just to push that up to White Sharpness. You need level 4 to push that Tyrantus up to level, the White Sharpness at level 4. I have the Elementalist and the extra Divine Blessing protection in the Spurs, and I still have an open spot right here in the Spurs. So it's super nice. So even if you switch this out to something with no slots, you still have extra slots to gem in. Like, say you switch this out into the Nergigante Insect Glaive, you'd still have 2 slots to gem in Dragon, because you only really need 2 to 3 max for Dragon or anything like that, because elemental things do have caps. So that's this set. It looks pretty freaking awesome. You really do have a decent amount of options when it comes to the coloring, because as you can see, as soon as I change this to black, you can see all the pieces that change. So a lot of it doesn't, but I thought blue matched this set really freaking well. Maybe even a slightly darker blue just gives you that look of Xeno'jiiva, and the Legiana parts really work really well with that. So this is the first set. Next, we're going to move on to the Golden Frieza Armor Set. This is the Golden Frieza Armor Set. It's made to farm up those. It's made to farm up Elder Dragon tracks. Like, it allows you to mine more for like ores like Falcomore or Coral Ore or any of that kind of stuff. Allows you to pick more from bones and do all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be your set so you go out and you manage your dumb resources that you're just like, oh man, I really wish I didn't need this. I just farmed a freaking Elder Dragon and I can't do this because I don't have a rock. And you're just like, okay. So I chose the Shamos Goggles Alpha, the Jagras Male Alpha, the Hunter Vambrace Alpha, the Brigadier Coil Beta, and the Brigadier Boots Beta. And I went with the Gamma Stilts 2 only because I wanted a weapon with 2 slots. You can always augment your stuff to have more slots or choose another weapon. It's not super necessary, but I just needed a little bit more skills on a set. I also have the Insect Charm level 3, which gives me an entomologist. So let's go into what this gives. So the headpiece gives you Detector and Geologist, level 1. The Jagras Male Alpha gives you Intimidator 2. The Hunter Vambrace's Alpha gives you Stealth 2. The Brigade Coils Beta gives you Geologist 2. And the Boots give you Scholar 1. So all put together, you have Geologist 3, which allows you to gather 1 extra time from Bone Pals, Gathering Points, and Mining Areas. Then you have Stealth, which makes it easier for monsters to lose sight of you. So those monsters that auto-aggro you, they have a higher chance of losing interest in you super quickly, so that way you can just focus on your farm. So the Titsiakus, the Ordogorons, the stuff like that want to auto-aggro you, nope, you're pretty safe there. You have Entomologist, which makes it so insects leave their corpses behind. That way you don't have to worry about, you're using a Charred Blade. You can max burst on a little Vespoid, and it'll still have a body, which is super nice. That way you can carve and get those little pieces you need, and you're set in stone. Next we have Intimidate. So when's the last time you were hunting and you're like, oh man, I just want to gather, I just want to carve, and all these little Shamoses are just like punching me. Really? Really? Well, this skill prevents little monsters from engaging you even if you've been spotted. Next you have Botanist 1, which allows you to gather more herbs. I don't have this maxed out. You could actually switch out Botanist with either like Scent Hound or Geologist or something like that if you're actually going after like the mushrooms. Like say you're gathering, if you have a wide range shield and sword set, you can switch this out. It's super easy. It's super nice. It does have 4 levels, which is absolutely crazy, but definitely worth it if that's something you're going after. You have Scholar 1, which speeds up the levels of special investigations. This was good. I wanted to release this last week, but I didn't get a chance. This was good during last week's level 9 quest, A Simple Task. This allowed you to gain Elder Dragon Track super quickly. You also have Scent Hound, which increases the gauges filled by 50% from tracks, which is super nice. And you have Detector, which shows rare points of wildlife on the map, which is super interesting. And again, this all allows you to gather up all the random necessary items you need to make these armor sets, and you're just like, oh man, I just really want to do this as quickly as possible and get it done. So in the Gamma Stilts, I have the Tiptoe Gem, which gives me the Intimidator, and the Scent, which gives me the Scent Hound to increase my gauge. In the Coil, we have the Intimidator Jewel, and in the Boots, we have the Botany Jewel, which again, that could be anything else. You could actually gem in something else that you care about, or you could take out, like, if you're not hunting for Elder Dragon Tracks, you can take out the Scent, and you could probably take out either, like, make the Intimidator one so it highly discourages monsters, if you're just willing to play a little bit more risky, and put a Botany Jewel in there, and that's 3 levels of Botany. It doesn't get you extra mushrooms, but it gets you extra of everything else. And then the Insect Charm, that just increases the entomology, which allows you not to kill insects instantly forever. So this is the Golden Frieza set. I decided to, since it's just like a cool little farming set, I decided to make it gold. It just fits, because you're just being greedy, you want to get those extra cars, all that kind of stuff. So this is the Golden Frieza set. And yeah, so those are the mixed armor sets for this week. How can you submit your own armor set, you're asking? You can either leave it in the comment section down below, or email PokeRussSubs@gmail.com, and you can submit either a picture or a list of the armor pieces you're using, either alpha or beta, the decorations, and the name for the set if you have one. Don't forget to choose your weapon, because obviously a weapon's super important to any set. Usually some fashion hunters use weapons specifically for that kind of thing. Like, that's why I'm partially using the Gamma, because it's gold around the edges. It fits. It has 2 slots. It's what I need. So, yeah, don't forget to submit your armor sets if you want to see them featured on the channel. And again, everything goes to you guys. So everything here is about you guys, and it's amazing, and I can't wait to show off more armor sets. We're getting Joe this week. We're getting Devil Joe this week, and I can't wait to see all the mixed armor sets that come out of that. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. PokeRuss out. Peace.